doing really well. I'm back. I've been away just for a few days. It was nice to have a little bit of a break. I did try and pre-record some videos, but it seems that when you put them public, they go whenever it was the date that you did it. So they're kind of gone down the list. So if you've been missing some of my videos, just have a look at the grid and see what videos you might not have seen before if you want to. But if this video found you today, I actually, on my travels, found a new deck. And this is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And it's actually by Alberto Vivaldo, whose books I've read before about the Inca Trail, shamanism of the South Americas. So we're going to pick you a card. Whoever I'm talking to right now, this message will speak to you. As I said, that 2 cards fell out, but I'm actually not going to read them because that didn't feel right. So this message for you is going to spark something within you that could be currently knocking around in the subconscious, and this is going to illuminate in some way, in some aspect. Hollow bone, teach ability. Okay. Now you may be somebody who is very good at your craft, someone who is very experienced. Maybe you feel like you know yourself well, or that you know others very well. I feel like you're a kind of person as well that you may have recently discovered a skull, or you like animal bones or skulls, but I feel like this could be talking to somebody that has recently found one in nature, or you're just attracted to one at the moment, a bit like this one. Now, the reason it's saying teachable is you may have got to a level, so I feel like you're quite maybe a spiritual teacher yourself, perhaps you guide others, and sometimes there's a point where we can get to, like, you know, you think that you know everything, but you don't. As a teacher, you need to still be teachable as well, and there's something happening in your life right now which is teaching you something or trying to teach you something. And this is about you not allowing the ego self to kind of hold you back from learning the lesson. So if there's, you will know from talking to you, because you'll feel like, you'll be like, why is this going on in my life? Or why has this person come back? Or why is this happening right now? Why am I feeling these feelings? It's all part of this teaching. And the reason that you're receiving this teaching is not because you don't know enough, but it's because you are about to experience another vibration, another level, but you have to move through this initiation first to reach that. So, 2 runes came out together. Okay, so this is like a rebirth. When I just said initiation, is a rune of initiation. It's about that, like, rebirth, like rebranding yourself, renewing, like a vow to yourself almost. And yeah, this also represents, though, that, you know, spirit is behind you on this. You're not on your own. And you may be feeling like, well, if I stand up for myself or accept this lesson, does that make me feel vulnerable and feel exposed, or feel like I'm a fraud of some point? Well, Feihu is kind of here to say, well, no, because this is actually, it's encouraging the wealth of your knowledge. It's bringing more knowledge to you, which you are going to need in the next few months, because I feel like whatever this lesson is teaching you, whatever this challenge is, the lesson from it is something that you're going to be able to pass on to somebody else. So that's the purpose within it. And for many of you, what this is teaching you is about not standing at the crossroads and choosing a direction. So there's something about a direction here. So with Rado, there's a need for you to choose a direction. And the path that you're going to choose, I don't feel it's the easiest path. And I feel like it's a path that makes you feel extremely vulnerable. But you know it's a new path to what you've always known. So this is you transcending the ego in order to have this experience that's going to be phenomenal for you, an increase of knowledge and wisdom. But it's something that in time to come, in the next few months, people are going to be inspired by the choice that you've made, and they're going to realise, like, oh yeah, actually opening up your heart to this, opening up yourself to this, it does actually lead on to good things. It doesn't have to be negative. So you're going to be passing that information on. Let's get into the tarot cards, because I would just want to see now if I can give you an image of how this is going to unfold. I am seeing a red door, so if you have a red door, and this could be significant to you, or somebody has like one of those pillar boxes. This is mainly for the UK, I suppose, but a pillar box, a red pillar box in a garden or nearby a house, or a house with a red door. Okay, so you're taking a new direction because something didn't quite pan out. There was a reckless move, could have been by you or someone else, but it feels like something didn't quite pan out. And it left then this realization of like, hang on, this isn't my only option. This is not my only option. So for some of you, you may have had a negative experience in a situation that you thought was given, you know, this is going to happen. And because it didn't, you had to explore, actually, maybe I need to, you know, broaden my horizons a little bit. And I feel like in doing that, it's opened your eyes and expanded you to realizing, actually, I was holding on to this, but maybe there is more out there than I realized. Maybe I've kind of blinkered myself as to what my options are and what I can do. What else can we tell you? Okay, so it's interesting because there's a bit of a duality going on here. There's a feeling of like, don't jump too soon because that can be reckless, but also don't sit back and not do. So there's this balance between action and like recklessness, or non-action and like just staying in the comfort zone, not moving. What's keeping you kind of stuck at the crossroads is some kind of sentimental attachment. There's something that you're struggling to move past that I feel maybe pops into your head every now and then, if not on a daily basis, as to like, oh, what if this had happened or that had happened. And I feel like you maybe think about that sometimes because that was like something that you invested in. And because of that investment that you put into it, doesn't have to be money. It could be an investment of time and energy, of love. But it feels like because you invested all that time and energy into it, and I feel like this could actually be between 2 and 4 years that you may have put this energy in. There's a feeling of like, well, what was the point in that? What was that teaching me? And I feel like this is where you've got it to with this being taught and teaching. It's like you're not understanding what the lesson was in that. And I feel like this is kind of saying to you, well, the lesson is that you can have experiences and there not be this outcome that you're expecting. So it's like, take away what the outcome is. Another expression of Wyrd is the journey is the destination. And I feel like that is what the lesson is here for you. This is what it is teaching you. You might be thinking when you go into something like, this is what the outcome's going to be. But if you're so focused on the future and what the outcome's going to be, you're missing out on the present. You're missing out on the teachings, on the experiences. And that's kind of where the foundations need to be. So you may have been looking at this quite heavily on the spiritual. Maybe you had a vision of like, that's my partner, or that's the dream job, that's the dream house, that's the place I'm going to. You're trying to manifest that. And it hasn't quite happened. So this is kind of saying to you, this is strange for me to say, but it's like, take away the spiritual side of this. Take away the connection-y thing that you think you feel. What is it actually doing for you? How is it actually serving you? Because for many of you, I feel the energy of whatever this is actually suppressing your passion. It's suppressing your confidence. There's something about it that makes you feel very insecure. So what do you need to do about that? Okay, 7 of Pentacles. It's saying, keep on the journey. The journey is the destination. Stop expecting more from this and indulge in the experience of it right here and right now. Because it actually leads to you forgiving yourself on a deeper level. It actually leads to you healing that heart. Healing the heartbreak from the past, from that sentimental attachment, from what is kind of sat there, okay? Now, this is not a time for thinking too far ahead and waiting for something to happen. This is a time for being present, being in the moment, because that's going to illuminate to you where the illusion is. What is the actual illusion? Let's get you one last card. Okay, yeah. So booking a reading with me, because this is about your